I hear this from people all the time. Kurt, I don't want my twin flame anymore. In the comments of my YouTube videos, on Facebook, all the time, guys. Not everybody, but it happens a lot, actually. A lot more than you would think it does. This is one of the biggest myths about twin flames, guys, which is that they're your perfect partner, you're meant to be with them, you're supposed to be with them. Guys, that's soulmates. Now, you can end up with your twin flame. That does happen. And I've certainly done a bang-up job of demonstrating that. I'm going to link my Twin Flame Success Stories playlist down below for you. I've helped thousands of twin flames, guys. I've got students that have made appearances on my YouTube channel that are married to their twin flame or living together. And there's even more that are all over my YouTube channel. People that haven't actually made a video appearance, but they've left, like a comment on my YouTube channel. People, they tend to like their privacy. Every single time I see somebody go, Kurt, I'm getting married to my twin flame, we're together, I'll ask them, I'll reply to their comment, right? No response. I don't know, guys, it's a thing. Like, people, they like their privacy, right? Duh. But I have gotten a lot of people, actually, a lot more than anybody else. You look at any other twin flame coach, any twin flame coach, I don't care who it is, guys, they're not going to have anywhere near as, nobody, they've helped no one to be with their twin flame. They don't have anybody on their YouTube channel that they're interviewing who is with their twin flame. Zero. I'm the one that cracked the code on twin flames, guys. And I'm not saying this to brag. You guys got to understand this. If you want to be with your twin flame, you got to let them go, guys. You got to let them go. That is the biggest myth about this phenomenon, that you're supposed to be together, you're meant to be with them, and that's the whole thing, guys. This doesn't work like soulmates at all. I call it the twin flame paradox. It's like it works the opposite of the way that you would think it does. But here's another thing that's interesting. I've got students who attract their twin flame back, and then they go, you know what? I don't want to be with him now. And their twin flame really wants to be with them. There's Carly, again, on my Twin Flame Success Stories playlist. I just interviewed her, and he's jonesing, man. He wants her bad. He wants to live with her. He wants to move in. And she's like, I don't really want him. There was somebody on my New World All-Star Facebook group who got to the point where her twin flame was ready to be with her. And she said, actually, he's kind of a jerk. And the thing is, you guys, this is something that you'll notice whenever I interview one of my twin flame students, even Carly, the one who said, I don't want my twin flame. It's always the same thing. When your twin flame comes back to be with you permanently, you're in this enlightened Zen state. You're not like, oh, I love them so much, right? It's just you get to choose. You get a choice. Guys, what if I broke up with my twin flame? Me. What if I broke up with my twin flame? What if I ended it and said, I'm never talking to you again? Oh my God, we can't have that. The internet would just lose its mind. Everybody would pee their pants. That Kurt guy is such a fraud, on and on and on. I've been saying for 6 years, you guys, that you got to do 3 simple things. Number 1, you got to let go of the twin flame myths. Number 2, you got to stop chasing your twin flame. Number 3, you have to embrace a lifestyle of Zen. I've been saying this on this YouTube channel for 6.5 years now. And that's always going to be what I'm going to tell you. And look at how many people I've helped to be with their twin. Again, look at my Success Stories playlist. Most of the videos on that playlist, again, are people in the comments of YouTube and Facebook going, Kurt, they came back. We're together. Holy shit. It worked. And you were right. Right when I was feeling my most peaceful and zen, right when I had let them go forever and I wasn't even thinking about them, that's when they came back. And again, some people, they say, I don't even want them anymore. But that's the thing, guys, is you get a choice. You get to choose. It's not about the person, guys. This journey is not about being with your twin. It's not. That can happen. It doesn't always happen. And here's another problem that I've dealt with being up here for over 6 years, looking at what everybody on the internet is doing. You guys probably half or at least 40%, like a large minority, if it's under 50%, it's going to be a large minority of people on the internet who say that they are a twin flame or they met their twin flame. They're not, guys. And I can tell when they are. Okay? This is your spiritual awakening. This is a spontaneous spiritual awakening. I'm going to link again the Frontiers article, Frontiers in Psychology article down below for you. Check it out. This person, not even talking about twin flames. She is talking about something called a spontaneous spiritual awakening. And she mentions something called union. What is she talking about? Well, it's because there's a real meaning to that word. It has a real definition. It's not a relationship status or a stage with your twin flame, you guys. Okay, it's a state of consciousness. It's got nothing to do with twin flames. And again, this person writing this article, she probably doesn't even have ever heard of twin flames. She's just talking about a spiritual awakening, just a general, most of the ways that people experience a spiritual awakening is not by meeting another incarnation of their soul, your twin flame, right? That's what everybody says about twin flames, right? You're the same soul, and that's true. You are the same soul. It's one soul in two bodies. It's just reincarnation. Guys, I have already covered all of your questions on this YouTube channel, and I'm happy to, and I'm going to keep doing that. But guys, if you want to get the most out of your spiritual awakening here, it's not going to do us any good to kid ourselves about what this really is. Do you want me to tell you the truth? Or do you want me to give you comforting lies? Which one do you want? Do you want the truth or do you want comforting lies? This is not about meeting your twin or being with your twin. It is not. Again, yeah, that can happen, but how? How does that happen? You got to let them go and make this your spiritual awakening, and that's all. I'm just doing my spiritual awakening, and that's all. And I don't expect anything out of this person. Maybe I'll never ever see them again ever. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not focused on the outcome. I'm just here being. And guys, that's all I've done for the last 6 years. And that's all I teach my people to do. There's those two people on Netflix. They are not twin flames. They claim to be twin flames. The two people on Netflix, the two cult leaders, right? They're not twin flames. They are not the same soul. They are soulmates. And you know what they tell people to do? Obsess, chase your person, violate a restraining order. If your twin flame puts a restraining order against you, fuck it. Just chase him anyway. Keep doing it. And then you end up in jail. That actually happened. That is the most toxic bullshit ever. And for 6 years, I've been telling people, stop chasing. This isn't about the person. And again, if it is true that you guys are the same soul, you have to do as the soul, guys. What is as the soul? Being. You're not focused on the external at all. You're not focusing on your person. You're not focusing on some kind of an outcome. You're not even identifying anymore as the mind, which is what focuses on the person and focuses on an outcome. This is why I'm always telling you guys, read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. The first chapter in that book is called You Are Not Your Mind. You want to get your twin flame back? You're going to have to let them go. Move on for good and embrace a lifestyle of Zen. Make that your purpose. Make aligning with your soul what you're up to, and only that. And yeah, they might come back, guys, if they're your twin flame. That's the only way, guys. The soul does not work the way that you're thinking. You are not thinking. So let's do a back to basics thing here. I was only going to go 10 minutes in this video, but I'm going to give you some meat. You are body, mind, soul, right? Okay. We need to understand how these things work in order for this to make sense to you. Because the you who I am talking to right now, I know is not the actual you. The you who I am talking to right now is a collection of mental and emotional patterns called the ego mind. That's who you believe yourself to be. But that's not who you are. Who are you beyond the body? If you asked the average person, who are you beyond your body? Or just who are you? They're going to tell you a story. They're going to give you a history, kind of a breakdown of who they are, right? A mental and conceptual experience of self, thinking, emotions, right? And you, watching me right now, you think that it is you who is trying to understand me here. But it's not. That's not you. You are beyond that mental, conceptual self called a personality ego. That's the soul, guys. That's your twin flame. And again, this is why I wouldn't have any problem breaking things off with my twin flame forever, never talking to her again. And neither should you. And if I did do that, that would make me authentic. Thank you very much. Fully authentic. This is my spiritual journey, guys. There's no twin flame journey, okay? I am a soul, and that's all, okay? And that's how I ended up here. She's permanently in my life. I've coached over 7,000 twin flames. I'm not working this through the mind, you guys. The mind is what is focusing on an outcome. You really got to let that stuff go. You have got to let the person go for good. And anybody that tells you that what I'm saying makes me a fraud, that person is a fraud. And all you got to do is ask Buddha, Jesus, Paramahansa Yogananda, Hare Krishna, Eckhart Tolle, Ram Dass, all the great spiritual masters, Krishnamurti, right? They're going to tell you, yeah, the soul is not focusing on an outcome. It's not focusing on the external world at all. So we just talked about the mind, and I contrasted that with the soul. So let's talk more deeply about the soul too. You guys, it's consciousness. It's just existing, and that's all. It's just being. It doesn't worry. It doesn't feel any emotion. And this is also why, again, whenever one of my students, and I've been telling you guys this for 6 years. I've been saying the same thing for 6 years. I haven't changed any of my teachings in 6 years, guys. Other than maybe like how, I came up with the idea that your twin flame is one of your past lives. That's the only thing, you know, and I've been trying to crack that code for a long time. Anyway, but this is the thing that I've been telling you for over 6 years. My students, the student interviews that I've done, there's 8 of them. Again, on the Twin Flame Success Stories playlist. You guys should really go watch those, actually, especially the longer ones. There's one with SJ, Carly, Chanel, Ruxar, right? We go like really deep into the spiritual teachings in those 4 in particular, but watch them all, guys. And this is what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you, yeah, I was just Zen. It was peace. It wasn't this romanticized fucking fantasy bullshit that's on the internet, guys. This is what the internet is telling you twin flames is. Guys, This is soulmates. This is like a new age spiritual woo-woo version of soulmates. I'm going to link down below for you another one of my videos called The 3 Types of Twin Flames. I'm going to redo it here pretty soon. There's really only one kind of twin flame, okay? But if you look online, you see that there appear to be like 3 of them. There's actual twin flames, and then there's where they make it soulmates, like a regular soulmate, like your grandma and grandpa or something. And then there's like the woo-woo new age soulmates. So you're going to get this, and then you're going to get like plain old regular relationship like your grandma and grandpa is twin flames. And then what I'm teaching you, which is actual twin flames. Okay? If your twin flame is your soul, then what it's going to be like when you are with them is as the soul. It's going to be peace, guys. It's called agape, right? Inner peace, Zen. It's not boring. It's not boring. It's not neutral either. Those are emotions, guys. It's not even on the emotional scale at all. It's a completely different type of existence beyond mind. Okay? Your twin flame is your soul, guys. You gotta let go of the twin flame myths. Go to my True Twin Flame Teachings playlist on this YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist on there. All of your questions are answered. Make sure that you watch the twin flame myths video. Make sure you watch that video, guys. That's number 1. You got to let go of all the stupid twin flame myths, and I'm not sorry for calling them stupid. They're not helping you, guys. Do you want comforting lies, or do you want the truth? Do you want to end your suffering? Do you want to feel better? Okay, you got to do that first. Number 2, let your twin flame go. Move on. Like, maybe I'll never see him ever again. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm not focusing on any outcome. I'm just going to do me now. That's it. Number 3, embrace a lifestyle of Zen. Learn to meditate. Take some yoga classes. Right? Read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Watch the Samadhi movie, S-A-M-A-D-H-I, Samadhi. There's 3. Make sure you start with part 1. Don't skip around. You know, don't like start with part 2 or else it won't make sense to you. Watch part 1 first. It's called Samadhi. And I think it's called Maya, the Illusion of Self. And Maya is the ego mind. It's the illusion of self. It's, again, if I asked you, a stranger on the street, if I asked them, who are you? They're going to tell me a story. They're going to give me this narrative of all these experiences they've had and their beliefs and stuff like that. It's an illusion of self. I've got all these resources on this YouTube channel, guys, to get you off the twin flame journey. You're not on a twin flame journey, guys. There's another video. I'm going to link this video down below too. It's called Twin Flames, the Doorway to Union. I'll link that video down below. You should really just go to my True Twin Flame Teachings playlist is what you should do. There's like 130 something videos on there. You guys, I've answered every question that you can possibly have. I've got paid coaching. It's the best in the world. It's not expensive. I have payment plans. You really want to get your twin flame back, guys. This works the opposite of the way that you think it does. Okay? So Twin Flames, the Doorway to Union, that video is about how most of the ways that people experience a forced awakening, a spontaneous awakening, is not through meeting their twin flame. It's like life circumstances, their situation blows up, maybe a terminal illness, something like that. That's usually what causes a spontaneous spiritual awakening, complete with Kundalini and becoming psychic and all the crazy shit that I went through. Because if you're not willing to do that and just make this your spiritual awakening, which is all it really is, you're just obsessing over some person, guys. You need to stop doing that. It's not healthy. And it doesn't even work. That's what makes your twin flame run. If it really is your twin flame, that's the whole reason they run, you guys. I've already made video after video about this, why they run. There's a polarization at the mental level with your twin flame. So remember, body, mind, soul. The mind is duality, guys. The mind is push-pull. You guys have all heard of the twin flame push-pull, right? Push-pull, plus, minus, yin, yang. I mean, these are the fundamental laws of the universe, you guys. You've heard of the first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. But the second law of thermodynamics is this, and it's dealing with entropy. Okay, this is why your twin flame is running. It's not because they need to do some healing, and neither do you. And you can do healing if you want. I'll link that video down below for you also about healing. It doesn't help you here, guys, okay? It's mechanics. That's why your twin flame is running. It's mechanics, guys, okay? It's not psychology. And there's nothing wrong with psychology. But that's just not going to help you here, guys. Psychology, like the belief that you are the mind, when you derive your sense of self from the mind, that's why they run. That's why your twin flame runs. That's why you're suffering. That's why you're struggling. But when you transcend the mind and experience yourself as a deeper consciousness, that's when you can let go and you can start feeling better. And you're not really concerned about the outside world. And that's right when your twin flame is going to be, I don't know, texting you. Maybe they'll start stalking you on social media. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I've seen it thousands of times, though. I went through the whole thing. You can't be focused on the outside world. And again, it's not you who is focusing on the outside world. You can't think your way there. You can't understand what I'm telling you to do here. Again, go look at the resources. There's also Eckhart Tolle's book. There's the Samadhi movie. There's another book by Michael Singer called Untethered Soul. Guys, I've got oodles of resources on this YouTube channel. There's also my paid coaching. Guys, do something. Do something. Stop obsessing over this person and get started on your spiritual journey today, because that's exactly what this really is. And you just need to treat it that way.